Welcome, dearly beloved anointed ones. The scariest thing about the truth is when someone knows it without you saying a word. Chosen one, what if I told you they aren't testing you because they doubt you? They're testing you because deep down they know you're real. And they're terrified. You have felt it. Those strange glances, those subtle challenges, those sudden changes in behavior. You didn't imagine it. Your spirit picked up on what words could never express. You have been walking through a world of hidden motives and silent fears, and still, your inner light has been cutting through it all. Today, we are opening the book they prayed you would never read. Hidden truths are coming into the light. You'll understand why your intuition terrifies them, and why it is your greatest protection. We will reveal the unseen forces at work, the spiritual shields guarding you, and the karmic storms rising behind those who mocked your gift. Stay close, because what you discover today could change everything you thought you knew about yourself and your path. If this message already speaks to your soul, subscribe, like this video, and comment 77 below. You were never crazy. You were chosen, and they always knew it before you even spoke a word. Your intuition exposes hidden lies. There is a moment, chosen one, when you walk into a space and everything stops, even if no one says a word. You feel it. The air changes, smiles tighten, eyes flicker away, conversations dry up mid-sentence. It's not your imagination. It's not social awkwardness. It's your spirit recognizing what their mouths refuse to admit. You have always carried the sensing, this knowing that stretches beyond sight and sound. It made you wonder for years if something was wrong with you. It made you second-guess your instincts, blaming yourself for being too sensitive or too intense. But today, let it be known, you were never the problem. You were simply tuned to a frequency most cannot comprehend. And this sensitivity, this sacred gift, is why their hidden lies crumble the moment you enter. You don't need evidence. You don't need their confessions. Your spirit, anointed by higher forces, exposes what has been desperately hidden. Yet it hasn't always been easy carrying this gift. Has it? It's exhausting to feel every undercurrent, to hear the silent betrayals before they even take shape in words. It's lonely to walk through crowds and sense masks slipping, to realize how few people truly mean what they say. Maybe you tried to silence it. Maybe you begged for blindness just to find some peace. After all, there's a heavy grief in knowing the truth when everyone around you clings to illusions. Think of the times you felt excitement in someone's voice but sensed the resentment beneath it. Think of when you received praise but caught the bitter aftertaste of jealousy hiding inside the words. These moments are not small. They shake you because they make you question the goodness of the world. They make you wonder if real connection is even possible. But even in your pain, there is power. Every revelation, every unspoken truth you discern, is a sign of your anointing, not a curse. You see, chosen one, the burden was never random. It was always a preparation. There is a deeper reason you were given sight when others see shadows. In 1 Samuel 16 verse 7, it says, "For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart." Your intuition mirrors this divine sight. It strips away appearances and reveals essence. It trains you to walk by spirit, not by sight. Every false friendship you uncovered, every hidden enemy exposed by your gut feelings, was sharpening you for a greater calling. You were being prepared to lead, to heal, to stand in places where lies cannot survive. Your journey has never been about fitting in. It has been about forging a spirit so refined by truth that no deception could ever entangle you again. You are not just intuitive. You are divinely aligned with the deeper currents of life itself. And now, the signs of transformation are beginning to unfold around you. You notice how quickly your spirit picks up on energy shifts, how effortlessly you separate truth from illusion without needing time or evidence. People reveal themselves to you without realizing it. Their energy stumbles before your presence. The hidden becomes visible like ink under a revealing light. It's as if you carry a mirror that strips away their disguises. Opportunities that once seemed locked now open easily because your spirit recognizes real alignment and avoids false paths. Relationships once clouded by confusion fall away, making space for authentic connections built on trust and mutual growth. Divine timing is weaving itself so clearly into your life now that even delays feel purposeful. The puzzle pieces are falling into place, not because you fought harder, but because you trusted deeper. Behind the veil of your daily life, powerful spiritual forces are moving. Doors are being closed that once tempted you. Hidden dangers are being rerouted away from your path without you even knowing. Your intuition, protected by unseen hands, has been guarded all along by the forces that walk with you. Psalm 91 verse 11 speaks to this when it says, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." The delays were not punishments, they were protection. The betrayals were not failures, they were redirections. Everything that felt like a detour was divine intervention in disguise. You were never abandoned. You were being prepared. Your gift of knowing is not an accident. It's a key to the kingdom work you were destined to carry out. Every moment you honored your intuition, even when it cost you friends, jobs, or comfort, you moved closer to your highest timeline. But this transformation demands more than recognition. It demands surrender. There comes a sacred moment where you can no longer sit at the edge of your calling. You must fully step into it. Many fear this leap. They cling to familiar pain rather than trust the unknown healing awaiting them. It's natural to fear what you cannot see. Yet true alignment requires you to embrace the signs that have been sent to guide you. When your intuition flares, it is not a burden to fear. It is a torch lighting the path ahead. Do not shrink back. Do not doubt yourself now. You are standing at the threshold of a life only few dare to walk. You are not losing your mind. You are finding your divine mind. The time has come to trust your knowing without second-guessing, to lean into the whisper that has never led you astray. It is here, in this space of clarity and surrender, that your greatest power awakens. This is where you rise beyond confusion and reclaim your spiritual authority. You must release the lingering doubt that asks for permission. You must let go of the fear that waits for validation. The time for hesitation has ended. Chosen one, the voice inside you has been forged in the fires of experience, refined through the storms you survived. You no longer need external proof to believe what your spirit already confirms. Trust it, follow it, let it guide you into rooms meant for your presence, into conversations meant for your voice, into callings prepared before you were even born. You are not becoming intuitive. You are remembering that you always were. Your next steps are sacred. Walk them with courage and clarity. The lies they built cannot survive the light you carry. Your very existence is a disruption to deception. Every time you trust your intuition, you push back the darkness a little more. You illuminate paths for those still trapped in illusion. You shift atmospheres just by standing in your truth. Comment truth if this resonates with you. Let the energy of your acknowledgement ripple out into the spiritual field. Declare it not just for yourself, but for every soul still searching for the courage to stand in their knowing. You are not just sensing the shift, you are the shift. And the world feels it every time you refuse to dim your light. And if you feel called to go even deeper, there's a sacred space reserved for our community. A private room where you receive full prophetic messages daily. Join our private membership through the link in the description and walk this path with us. Testing you is a defense mechanism. You sit in a conversation that feels more like a trial, heart pounding as you sense another challenge lurking beneath polite words. You felt the shift in energy, the sudden pause, the forced laughter, the eyes that dart away when you speak. It leaves you questioning yourself. Am I overreacting? Am I misreading friendly banter as hostility? You're not alone in this. Many gifted souls walk through life with a heightened antenna, picking up subtle undercurrents others miss entirely. You carry the weight of knowing truths before they're spoken, and it can feel isolating. Yet this sensitivity is not your burden to bear in silence. It is your clarion call to power. Behind every test lies a deeper truth waiting to be uncovered. As you lean into this moment, prepare to see how every bait laid before you has purpose, and how the hidden hand guiding these encounters is far more loving than you've ever imagined. You've endured nights torn apart by doubt, replaying moments when someone's offhand remark left you reeling, wondering if you misheard the harsh edge in their tone. You remember the friend who asked, "Are you sure?" One too many times, as though your perception of reality was a fragile illusion begging for proof. Maybe it was at work, when a colleague repeatedly joked about your intuition, testing whether you'd laugh it off or stand firm. Those experiences can feel like rejection, as if your gift makes you a threat rather than a treasure. You've wondered if the world cries out for certainty and views your inner knowing as a disturbance to its fragile balance. The struggle weighs on you, crushing your sense of belonging. Yet within this emotional crucible, you're being called to discover a purpose far greater than comfort, to stand unwavering in your truth. What if these struggles are more than random encounters? What if each test is a carefully placed stepping stone on your path of spiritual refinement? In Zechariah 13 verse 9, we read that a remnant will be refined as silver is refined, and tested as gold is tested, and then called by name. This is not happenstance. Your trials are forging an unshakable spirit, molding you into a vessel that will carry divine light into places where darkness thrives. No longer simply reactive, you begin to see these moments as divine invitations, to grow, to awaken, to solidify the faith that anchors your gift. You are not a victim of others' insecurities. You are a key participant in a sacred workshop guided by hands unseen. Embrace the alchemy at work, for you are being shaped into the truth-bearer your soul always knew you were meant to be. Already, you notice a shift. The very tests that once stole your peace now signal your progress. You find yourself recognizing the bait before it lands, sidestepping drama that once trapped you. Conversations that would have left you drained now fuel your confidence as you hold steady in your knowing. You sense when energy wavers and can choose whether to engage or walk away. Opportunities are emerging from unlikely places. Doors you thought closed swing open as if acknowledging your readiness. It's as though the universe itself orchestrates synchronicities to affirm your next step, aligning people and circumstances around your awakening. Your heart races, not with fear, but with anticipation, as you watch the pattern of trials evolve into triumphs in perfect timing. Behind the scenes, higher forces conspire in your favor. Angels you cannot see whisper guidance when tests loom, stirring intuition that sparkles like a compass in your chest. You find a message in a stranger's words, a verse in a worn book, or a song lyric that lands like a healing balm at the precise moment you question your strength. Doors that should have been blockades become portals. Obstacles become stepping stones. You grind through challenges only to discover they have been paving the way toward your destiny. Every coincidence, every narrow escape, is a divine nod, reminding you that faith and manifestation are intertwined, that believing in your purpose invites unseen assistance to clear your path. Now you stand at a crossroads. Seeing these signs demands a choice. Will you step fully into this transformation, or retreat into the false safety of doubt? Fear of the unknown can be paralyzing. You might long to return to the days when you could ignore the flicker of spiritual warning. But this is your sacred turning point. True alignment asks more than recognition. It asks surrender. It asks you to walk into the realm of possibility that your soul has been whispering about all along. Embrace this moment as a holy invitation to embody the power you sensed all those years. Release the hesitation that kept you small and claim the mantle of authority you were born to wear. Empowerment is yours for the taking. Release the chains of "what if I'm wrong?" and embrace the mantra, "I am guided." Turn your tests into testimonies by journaling each encounter and noting the patterns that reveal deeper wisdom. Cultivate a daily practice of stillness, whether through prayer, meditation, or walking in nature, so you can hear the next gentle nudge of your intuition. Set boundaries that honor your energy, refusing to engage when their fear becomes a trap. Stand in your worth even when they push back. Each step you take in faith cements your identity as a chosen vessel, igniting the spark that will illuminate others who tremble in the dark. These tests are not punishments, they are portals to your greatest breakthroughs. Every time you stand firm in your knowing, you dismantle illusions others have built around themselves and clear a path for your own destiny. You are not here to prove anything to them. You are here to awaken the world through your unwavering trust in the guidance you carry. Comment tested if this resonates with you, and let your affirmation echo through the spiritual realms. joining with countless others who stand shoulder to shoulder in divine purpose. And to every soul who's supported with a super thanks, thank you. You are keeping this light alive for others who haven't found it yet. If you feel called to help this mission reach more chosen ones, tap the super thanks button below. Your energy supports these messages and helps them travel further. Your voice matters, your belief matters, and your light is felt here. Spiritual protection against manipulation. You've felt it 100 times. An undercurrent pulling at your spirit as someone speaks. You sense the hidden edge in their tone. A soft trap laid in words that sound polite but carry sharp intent. It might be a friend who suddenly questions your choices, a colleague who jokes at your expense, or a partner who tries to twist your memories of an argument. In those moments, your heart clenches and doubt creeps in. You wonder if you misheard, if you're too sensitive, if you imagine the sting in their voice. You are not alone in this. Many who walk the path of intuition face these unseen assaults. What feels like a personal failure is actually the signal that you stand at a threshold, one where you will discover the true armor woven into your soul. Perhaps you've tried to ignore these moments, brushing off the sting of manipulation like a passing breeze. Yet the weight lingers, dragging you into endless nights of replaying the scene. You remember the time your boss took credit for your idea, then smiled as you defended yourself, only to watch your confusion feed their triumph. You recall the friend who spread half-truths in hushed tones, leaving you to pick up the pieces of your own reputation. These betrayals leave an ache that echoes in your bones, as though your spirit itself has been bruised. In that ache, you question your gift. Was it worth the price of constant vigilance? Yet within that very doubt lies the key to your strength. What if these painful encounters are more than random wounds? What if every subtle slight, every snide remark, is part of a divine script writing your destiny? In 2 Thessalonians 3 verse 3 it says, "But the Lord is faithful, and he will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one." This promise is not just ancient words, it is your reality in motion. Each time you sense manipulation, it is your spirit's alarm, calling you to remember that you were never left defenseless. Your struggles refine your awareness, teaching you to spot the shadows before they touch you. The tests you face are not curses but signposts guiding you toward the sacred core of your being. Now, notice how you react when manipulation tries to take root. You no longer feel crushed. Instead, a spark of recognition lights within. You catch the bait before it sinks, your spirit deflecting the poison that once stung you. Instead of retreating, you stand your ground and watch as their schemes unravel against your steadfast heart. You see their effort to twist the narrative only strengthens your clarity, like rain sharpening the scent of earth. You find your voice rising with calm conviction, and their false tales lose their grip. This is the sign of transformation. The more they push, the more your inner shield shines, turning each attempt at deceit into proof of your growing power. But these changes are not yours alone to muster. Behind every test lies divine intervention working in subtle harmony with your faith. You begin to notice small miracles, a stranger's timely encouragement, a verse landing in your mind just when doubt lingers, or an unexpected door opening at the precise moment you need it. Psalm 34 verse 7 whispers to your soul, "The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them." These unseen guardians move in the spaces between words, clearing your path, shielding your steps, and ensuring that every trial becomes a stepping stone to your higher calling. Your faith is not a passive wish. It is the key that unlocks these sacred interventions. At this stage, your transformation is undeniable, but it asks something deeper: full acceptance. It's easy to celebrate the shield when it deflects harm, yet many resist the strength that comes with it, fearing the responsibility it carries. You might long for the days when you could stay small, hidden in the crowd, oblivious to the forces at play. But true alignment demands more than awareness. It asks you to embody your protection, to claim your place as both guardian and light bearer. This is a sacred crossroads. Will you step forward into your power, or retreat into the safe illusion of limitation? To stand firm in your gift is to stand in your calling. Now is the moment to act. Release the doubt that whispers you're not ready. Banish the fear that you will fail under the weight of your purpose. Strengthen your spiritual practice with simple routines. A morning hour of stillness, a prayer before every meeting, a journal to record each victory of insight. Set boundaries that honor your energy, cutting ties with voices that seek to dim your light. Celebrate each day you walk in truth, knowing that your armor grows stronger with every step. You are not just defending yourself, you are paving the way for others who seek the courage to trust their own spirit. You are a living testament to the power of faith in action. These hidden battles have shaped you into a beacon no deception can darken. Every time you trust your inner guidance, you fracture the chains that bind others to illusion. Your resilience becomes a guiding star for souls groping in shadows. You do not fight with anger or revenge. You simply remain steadfast, and the false narratives dissolve in the presence of your truth. Let your journey be proof that a spirit rooted in divine protection can withstand any assault. Stand tall in the reality that nothing formed against you will prosper, and that every test you pass is an invitation to rise higher. Comment protected if you feel this truth in your bones. Let your voice echo across the unseen realms, affirming that you walk under the shelter of divine armor. Your shield is not a myth, it is woven into your spirit by the one who sees all. And as you embrace this sacred defense, know that you do more than protect yourself. You carry the light that will awaken others to their own power. Your gift shakes their identity. You've walked into rooms where the air felt thick, as if a silent alarm had sounded the moment you stepped through the door. You noticed hands pause mid-gesture and laughter falter into uneasy quiet. Your heart raced, not from fear of the crowd, but from the pulse of unspoken tension that seemed to ripple outward from you. In those moments, you may have wondered if you were too sensitive, that perhaps you'd misread a glance or imagined the chill that followed your greeting. You are not alone in this. Many who carry the gift of seeing beyond masks have felt the weight of eyes darting away, of voices lowering when you near. This is not a flaw in you. It is proof of a deeper truth at work. Today, we'll explore how your presence cracks the foundations of pretense and why that power matters more than you've ever realized. There have been times when a friend's voice, normally warm, turned thin and guarded at your questions. You might have replayed their tone late into the night, trying to convince yourself you'd misheard the edge of judgment behind their words. You remember a partner who laughed too loudly when you spoke of your insights, then changed the subject the moment you pressed on. Those moments sting like salt in a wound, leaving you to wonder why your honesty felt like a threat. You've longed for genuine connection, but instead found yourself colliding with hidden walls. The emotional toll can feel crushing, like standing on shifting sand, unsure if you can trust your own feet. Yet each of these encounters has been a mirror, reflecting the lies others build their lives upon and calling you to stand stronger in your own truth. But this upheaval isn't random chaos. It is part of a divine design for your awakening. In 1 Corinthians 14 verse 25, we read that when the secrets of the heart are laid bare, the one whose hidden thoughts are exposed will fall down and worship God, declaring that God is truly among you. Your gift acts in the same way. You are the living echo of that promise, shattering illusions so that hidden motives surface, and those who hide behind false images are confronted by the light of their own hearts. This confrontation is not punishment, it is a sacred invitation. Every uneasy glance you evoke is a signal that the truth you carry is breaking through the walls of pretense. You are being prepared to stand fearless, rooted not in the approval of others but in the unshakable ground of divine truth. Already, you can see the shifts taking place in your daily life. Conversations that once left you exhausted now leave you standing taller, no longer willing to replay every word for hidden meaning. You sense when someone's tone is crafted to protect their pride, and you no longer feel compelled to rescue a mask from cracking. Doors open in unexpected places, an invitation to speak when you thought you'd remain silent, a stranger drawn to your calm presence in a crowded space. These are the signs of your transformation. Your inner truth is reshaping the outer world. You feel a steady calm wash over you, even as the tension around you grows. Divine timing orchestrates these moments, aligning circumstances so precisely that even skeptics begin to wonder if something greater guides your path. Behind the scenes, Forces you cannot see weave together the tapestry of your destiny. You notice synchronicities, messages in songs, recurring symbols on your path, chance encounters that feel anything but accidental. Perhaps you find a verse in a forgotten book just as doubt creeps in, or a voice on a podcast echoes the exact words you needed to hear. Psalm 139 verse 5 assures us that God's hand is upon us, behind us and before us, and that very truth is your shield in times of hidden attack. These divine interventions are not random. They are the scaffolding of your elevation, ensuring that the very mechanisms intended to trap you become the steps that lift you higher. Your calling is real, and every twist in the road was laid out to guide you home to your purpose. Now you stand at the threshold of a powerful realization. Transformation demands your full acceptance. It's one thing to see the walls crumble. It's another to step into the space they leave behind. Many shrink back at this point, clinging to familiarity even when it hurts. Fear of the unknown whispers that it would be safer to slip back behind a mask rather than risk the vulnerability of standing in the open. Yet true alignment calls you into the light you were born to bear. You must decide to leave behind the safety of half-truths and step into the freedom of raw authenticity. This is the sacred moment where your gift shifts from revelation to revolution, and you become the living proof that divine truth always finds its way. Empower yourself now to claim this space. Release the hold that others' expectations have on you and declare your intention to stand unwavering. Cultivate daily rituals that reinforce your truth, whether it's a morning prayer aligning your spirit with your purpose, a journal where you capture every moment of clarity, or a practice of speaking honestly even when your voice trembles. Set boundaries that honor your energy, cutting ties with those who fear your light more than they value your presence. Each step you take is a testament to your identity as a chosen vessel of truth. Embrace your role as a catalyst for awakening, knowing that your courage will inspire others to follow where you lead. Your presence does more than protect you. It shakes the foundations of every lie built around you and invites a new order of integrity to rise. When you refuse to dim your light, you become a beacon for those still stumbling in the dark. Karma awakens those who mocked your gift. There are moments when you feel a shift in the air, as if unseen fingers are turning the tables behind your back. You sense it when someone who once scoffed at your dreams now stumbles over their own words, or when a rumor they helped spread circles back and catches them unprepared. It isn't paranoia. It's the subtle thrum of cosmic balance in motion. You felt that quiet stirring in your bones, that unsettled awareness that something long awaited is coming to meet them. You may have wondered if you imagined it, if your sense of justice is simply wishful thinking. But take heart, you are tapping into a force far older and more precise than any human scheme. The universe remembers every slight, every sneer, every moment of ridicule. And when the harvest arrives, you will witness with clarity how energy once cast out returns home, carrying lessons of its own devising. Perhaps you still carry the echoes of laughter at your vision boards, the snide comments about your spiritual insights, the dismissive glances when you spoke of guidance that transcends the physical world. Those wounds cut deep, like salt on an open sore, because they came from people you trusted, from colleagues you respected, even from family members who should have known better. You remember the whisper that followed your declaration of purpose, or the side eye when you mentioned signs in the sky or messages in dreams. You felt small, as if your convictions were fragile toys to be tossed aside for amusement. You replay those moments, willing yourself to forget, yet every recollection brings a pang of betrayal. In facing that pain, you realize it wasn't your mistake to believe in yourself. It was theirs to underestimate the power they mocked. Comment justice if you can already feel the shifting winds settling into divine order. Let your affirmation ring out across the unseen realms, joining with countless others who stand in the light of cosmic balance. Chosen ones, your intuition is not a trick. It is a torch. Walk with it, trust it, honor it. They were never afraid of your words, they were afraid of your knowing. Subscribe if you haven't yet, like this video, and comment "I am chosen" to let this message anchor in your soul. Share it with someone who needs to hear this. Thank you to all supporting members, and remember, for full prophetic revelations daily, join the membership via the link in the description. Your spiritual path deserves more than fragments. Step into the full light. And if this message moved you deeply, consider tapping the super thanks button to support the mission. Every super thanks fuels the light we're spreading together. Stay bright, stay true, and remember, your truth is the fire that they cannot put out.